What is fix and flip? Fix and flip? Flipping out? What is fix and flip? I don't know. Yes, I do. I'm going to tell you on this episode and you are going to love it. Let's go. Welcome back. In this episode, I'm going to be talking to you all about the fix and flip and giving you the real deal on that. Again, I'll ask you to go ahead and take this opportunity and subscribe to my channel. I'm bringing you content every single day, and I'm one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube thanks to you. So I will keep making you videos. If you go ahead and subscribe to that channel, that'll keep me going, and I will keep giving you all of the truth on this show. So let's get into today's episode. In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can use fix and flip to be the hero in your community and be someone that people look up to just for doing some of these things. I'm going to tell you the surprising thing that they do not tell you or show you or talk about on HGTV, something you would never learn unless you talk to a real person that has flipped a house. And number 3, I'm going to teach you the new way to flip houses. Not the old way, not 5 years ago, today, what you can do today to flip houses. Let's get into it. Okay, so when we're talking about fix and flip, we're talking about taking a property that is old, that needs some repairs, transforming that property, and then selling it to someone for a profit. Again, I know many of you have seen HGTV, A&E, all of these different flip shows. So have I. But I'm going to tell you, there is a real purpose to the fix and flip, and it is absolutely amazing. The real true purpose of a fix and flip is to improve your community, to improve neighborhoods. Real estate, after many years of being lived in, is going to deteriorate, just like anything else, you know? Properties will need repairs. Properties will need to be renovated. They'll need to be updated and brought into the new times. You know, if you have a house that was built in the 60s, the 70s, even the 80s, there's going to be things that's going on with that property that needs to be fixed. And you're going to look inside of it, and someone in 2020, 2021, probably not going to be interested in some of the decor and the style and the paint and the carpet and all of the stuff from the 80s and the 90s. So as a fix and flipper, it's our job and it's our responsibility and it's our privilege to take those properties and turn them into something beautiful. And the great thing about it is when we do that, we make money. And I'm not sure if you've heard this, but you might want to look this up. The average profit on a flip last year, and again, this is not Noel, was $65,520. Oh yeah, did you hear that? Yeah, $65,520 on one flip. That was the average profit. So again, some people probably made up a little bit less. Some people probably made a little bit more. But let's think about it. How many properties would you have to flip in a year if you were getting an average of 65,000? Well, not that many. And so I'm going to tell you the trick to it. So let's kind of get into that part because that's the fun stuff. So now that we have found a property that probably needs a little bit of work, let's talk about what they do show us on HGTV. They love to show us what? The fix. They love that. That's the stuff we love. You know it. It's our guilty pleasure. We love seeing properties that look old and they're transformed into something new. You know, this is beautiful. You would have hated to see it before. And that's the thing. As a viewer, we're watching TV and we're thinking, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so we focus on what? We focus on the fix. But really what we need to focus on is the before. That's the key. Yeah, it's awesome to fix the properties and make them look nice and put granite countertops and stainless steel and paint the walls nice and it smells all good. But let's talk about the real deal with the fix and flip and why you should be fixing and flipping and why you actually get what? On average, 65,000? Well, that's because you had to get a property that was below market value. You had to get a property that, you know, once fixed up, it would actually be worth a lot more. So before we get to that part, what do we as real estate investors, what do us pros focus on? We focus on the buy. We focus on how much that property cost us to get. Yeah, we look at the repairs and how much it's going to cost and what we're going to do with the property. But I'm going to tell you the real secret. I spend 85% of my time, my money, and my effort on finding properties that need to be fixed up. Properties that are below market value, that I know that I can make money if I fix them up. I don't care about the other fixed up properties, not that much. I don't care about what the trends are and stainless steel and all that stuff. Once I get the property, I can figure that part out. The key to it is finding people with property problems that really need to sell their home. They're desperate, they're in bankruptcy, they're in foreclosure, they're divorced, someone died, they inherited a house they don't want, they went to a convalescent home, blah, blah, blah. I could go on and on and on about how I get these properties, but that's how the pros make that money. That's the secret. If someone sells me their house or gives me a contract for it and it's already worth more than I got the contract for, before I even started fixing the house, I have money. I could just flip the contract and get a little bit of money. So that's the key, and that's what most people don't know, and they never talk about that on HGTV. You notice they never even tell you how they got the property. It's just like starts all along like, oh, here's my husband and here's my wife, and then we're just here fixing up a property. Okay, that's cool. And she's fixing on, finding the cabinets and all this stuff, but it's like, okay, where the heck did y'all find this property at? How did y'all get that number at the end? They're like, bought the house for this, got, did this about in her budget, made this profit, ching, and then they're all smiling, everybody has their checks. But again, Noelle is here to tell you the truth. Where did they find that property? How did they get that dilapidated property? Well, they do what I just told you, and they market to people with property problems. And of course, I have an entire video that shows you how to do that, but that is the key to this, people. Get off of the HGTV, stop looking at all of the fixing part, and start focusing on finding those people and being a hero in your community. So now that you're the hero and you found all of these properties, yes, we fixed the property. I have a whole video on it, talk to you about, don't go to all of those expensive stores, don't pay the big money to renovate the property. You want to find cheap materials, not cheap like in quality, but cheaper in price. You don't want to pay retail prices for this stuff because again, you're trying to make a profit. So you go ahead, you get your contractor, you're fixing the property, you fix it up. And here's another secret that I do, that the pros do. We start selling the property usually before it's even done. Did you get that? Because I'm telling you some major secret stuff right here. You notice on HGTV, they stage the property and they put the furniture and the decor and the paint. And the little blonde lady comes in and she's such good at decorating. And her husband, they're so good at decorating. Look, here's the trick. Most of the time, you are not staging the property. With most of my flips, how I get that big money, I don't even have to stage the property. I get the home sold before I'm done fixing it. That's why, drum roll, we spend most of our time finding those good properties at good prices because we already know what we're gonna do and then we can make a profit. That's the truth to this. So you guys wanted to know, and here you go. I've told you the whole truth. So there you have it. Like I said, I've told you the entire truth on fixing and flipping and how you can do it and make some good money. Take this opportunity to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and click that notification bell. Remember, I have a whole free training for you at noellsfreetraining.com, completely free. Like I said, that's the benefit of me already coming to YouTube with a little bit of change in my pocket. I already got money. I don't need yours. Go ahead, watch my videos, get your information so that you can be successful too, to your success.